It was a special day on the narrow gauge railway. An important inspector was coming to the railway to check on how things were operating. All the engines were at the depot. Mr. Percival spoke loudly.
A very important inspector is to come to the railway. I need someone to go to the middle station and take him to the Mountain Village station. This is a very important job.
All the engines hoped they would get picked.
Mighty Mac, I choose you. Please collect the coach at the yards, and don't be late to pick up the inspector.
Yes, sir.
Mighty Mac puffed away. Mighty Mac arrived at Middle Station. But when they stopped, the carriage made an almighty thump. The inspector did not have a good feeling about this ride. The inspector climbed on board and they chuffed away. There were 2 tracks that led to Mountain Village Station.
It's this way! No, Mac, it's this way.
Their wheels were slipping, turning, and bumping the carriage. The inspector was having a terrible ride. Mac was furious. The next time they came to a fork in the track, Mighty Mac fought over which way was the quickest way.
This way, Mac. No, Mighty, it's this way.
Their wheels were getting worn out from the slipping. The inspector popped his head out of the coach.
Stop, you're making me dizzy.
But Mighty Mac didn't hear him, so they kept on going. Later on, Mighty Mac came to a big hill. They started puffing, and their wheels slipped even more. It was way too steep. Then there was trouble. Mighty Mac slid back down the hill. Mighty Mac gave themselves a wheel flat, and they couldn't go on.
I am getting off this carriage. I'm gonna tell Miss Percival about this.
Mighty Mac were worried. Thomas came with a flatbed to take Mighty Mac to the steamworks, and the inspector hopped into Thomas's cab. Thomas puffed away. Mighty Mac were getting their wheels changed. They were worried. What was Mr. Percival going to say to them?
Mighty, I think we need to stop arguing. We might lose this job. I think if we work together fast enough, we can get the inspector to the Mountain Village station on time.
They finally both agreed to stop arguing. Thomas and the inspector were waiting at the transfer yards. They were both worried for Mighty Mac. Soon, Mighty Mac came puffing in. They looked worried.
Oh, sir, please give us a second chance. We promised to work together and to get you to the station on time.
The inspector agreed. He climbed on board and they puffed grandly away. Whenever they came to a fork in the track, they both agreed on one way only. And in no time at all, they arrived at Mountain Village Station. The inspector climbed out of the carriage. Mighty Mac were worried that the inspector and Mr. Percival were speaking to each other.
This was one of the best rides I've ever had.
The inspector said proudly. Mighty Mac beamed. Mr. Percival was very happy too.
Well done, Mighty Mac. You made the inspector very proud.
Mighty Mac burst with joy.
I told you. We can get the job done if we work together.
And they both smiled.